Hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit, and I've done another video again about this Welsh NHS problem. Obviously a problem with the ambulance service, and I don't blame anybody working here. I blame the numpties in charge of it all. They're wasting money everywhere. I'm going to read some comments out of the video I put up earlier to show you what's going on out there. Why the NHS is screwed, especially in Wales, and why we're wasting millions and billions on road, small projects to make the road smaller, and arsing about an active travel and bike lanes when the money should be going into the fucking NHS. You listen to these comments now. Remember, these are people just commented on my video earlier. Really nice people. Listen to this. It's dire. So sorry your mum is having a hard time. I had a stroke about 3 years ago on my own, as the other house here is a holiday home. 999 said no ambulance available and sent a taxi. Ambulance staff wouldn't have given up, but this twat wouldn't drive his car down the track in case it got scratched. So I got a phone call telling me I had to walk up the half-mile track and he'd wait there. I could hardly walk. Remember, this woman is having the middle of a heart attack. I staggered up on 2 walking sticks in the dark with a head torch, fell over loads of times, cut and bruised all over, got up there and the taxi had gone. And I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. She had to phone her mate to drive her 16 miles to the hospital. This is in Wales. Absolute disgrace. It's shameful. That's nothing. There's loads. There's about 70 or 80 comments like this. The lady here lived in the Forest of Dean. I live in the Forest of Dean, Gloucestershire. 3 Christmas Eves ago, I had a major heart attack at home. Took 2 hours for the ambulance to arrive. My partner wanted to drive me to Gloucester Hospital, but the paramedic said I wouldn't have made it. I was taken to Bristol and had 4 stents fitted. It's disgusting. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. You're wasting millions and billions on other shit when people are dying. Let's see if we can find some more. There's one guy here, he'd broke his femur and they sent him home. So I'm just going to find it. Here we are. There's another one here. I don't live in Wales, but I broke a rib a few weeks back and didn't even see the point of going to hospital. I had to sit in A&E for 12 hours just to be told to go home and rest to take painkillers. It's unbelievable. When I phoned my mother, phoned at 999 last night, the first question they asked me was what nationality and gender is my mother, and I said, what do you mean? Basically, I had to say she was a white female. What's that got to do with how she... I think that says everything about Welsh NHS. Let's find some more. Here we are. My son got electrocuted on rail tracks 6 years ago. He had severe injuries. 2 years ago, he woke up with agonising pain. No ambulances available all day. I ended up driving him from Swansea to Llanwrtyd, and it turns out he had a broken right femur at the hip, and the doctor said he must have had a high pain threshold. So he had 2 years with a broken femur that they never found. This is just on a few comments on my video. Here's another one. I share your concerns and I wish your mum well. The ambulance service in the NHS is fecked. This shower of shit in Cardiff. But I had a massive heart attack not too long ago and my wife rang 999 for an ambulance, explaining to the operator that she was dying in front of her. Control told her that I would be 3 to 5 hours. My wife said she would drive me to hospital, whereupon the operator suggested to take me to the brand new Grange Hospital in Cwmbran, and if any further problems on the way to call them back, as if they would help. After a desperate 20-minute journey to the Grange that should legally take 30 to 40 minutes, I was conveyed through the resus doors only for my heart to stop. I received CPR, come around and arrested again, then was revived again. Thanks to some wonderful staff and doctors saved my life. I didn't have 25 minutes left to live, let alone 3 to 5 hours. Here's a bit more interesting bit. I was then intubated on a ventilator and blue lighted with a doctor caring for me to the University Hospital Heath in Cardiff because the New Grange Hospital couldn't do heart intervention. This is just off that video I put before. Unbelievable. Wales is in crisis in its NHS, especially the ambulance service. Not the people doing it, the fucking people running it. The fucking people running it are incompetent. Absolutely incompetent. They've had 25 fucking years to get this thing right. And that one video I put out before shows what's going on. The money's going to the wrong places. The money's going to extravagant loads of nonsense. Active travel, Sustrans, millions. 4.8 billion going to climate change, 255 million on its own in Powys, and in my area of Powys now, they wanted to cut 4 hospitals because they were short of 22 million. And 255 million being spent on this active travel nonsense. Let me see if I can find another one. Here's another one. This is just from my one video comments. My 90-year-old mother was taken ill, rang 999, no ambulance available, took 6 hours. Second time, no ambulance, took her by my car. My mum had loads of mini strokes. My daughter was given an overdose of radiation during an X-ray. Yesterday told that she needs to have another op due to the poor job did on a fracture. This is unreal. And there's them fucking people in the Senate talking as if they're doing a good job. It's a shit show. You lot in England have got something coming, I can tell you. If they do anything that we've done in Wales, it's an embarrassment. See another one? On my own, as the other house here, that's the one I read before. My dad spent more than 24 hours on a cold kitchen floor after my mum phoned for an ambulance. My mum couldn't get him up. He was in pain. System is broken, but money for unused cycle lanes and 20-mile-an-hours. Exactly. That is it. Spaffing money away when it should be spent here. Elderly people dying in their droves who can't be picked up. And they don't give a shit because they don't vote for them. That's what he's all about. I'm starting to get fucking irate here. Bloke I know had a bad accident 4 days ago. Ankle bone broke through the skin. Went to hospital and didn't get a bed for more than 24 hours. Stuck in a corridor. It's a fucking joke. This is a fucking joke. You remember my mother now, just talking to my mother, has never been in hospital in all her life. She's worked every day of her life now. She's nearly 80. Never been in hospital. Never took anything off anybody. She's not one of these money grabbers. And all she wanted yesterday was a fucking ambulance. And if you were the right colour or coming on a boat, you get it straight away. Because in Wales, they get preferential treatment. It says on the NHS. Another one here. I know of a person having a heart attack who was told to take a cab. Yeah. Fucking cocksuckers. Where I live, between Ceredigion and Carmarthen, it's an hour to Brongleis and 40 minutes to Glangwili. It's crazy. Landrinded Hospital is 15 miles from me, but I couldn't even take her there because they wouldn't have her. You would think they would take her there just to do checks or some fucking thing, but no, because of this 22 million in Powys, they're cutting all the things there. It used to be a brilliant hospital. Another one here. As I said before, my mum had a fall, broke her wrist and blood pouring from her head, and they said it would be 4 hours for an ambulance to Aberystwyth. About 40 minutes away. They had just closed in Tregaron Hospital, which is just down the road. Then there was another 4 hours sat in the ambulance outside the hospital. No beds. Now, when my dad was ill, I was doing videos, but I didn't say, I wasn't political on you then. I was using the hospitals a lot then. I used to go to Hereford Hospital. And I'd take him there because he'd been have some turn or whatever, or whatever was going on. Sometimes you have to go in the ambulance, and the ambulances were better then. But I go there, and he'd been in the corridor all fucking night, 24 hours. And when I went the next morning, he was still fucking there. What? I went to Brongleis in Aberystwyth, I don't know how many times. Same thing there. Sat in the cold outside in the ambulance all night long there one turn. And he didn't get in there till the next day. So in the end, we used to try to say, not send him there. He hated the fucking place. It's a shit show. I'm not going to carry on with this now. You get it. If you're not from Wales, you don't understand how bad it is in Wales. I don't blame the people in the NHS whatsoever. I blame the management spaffing all this money on useless fucking projects while people are dying. If you went round Wales now today, just today, I bet there'd be tens and tens of people who've died of heart attacks who couldn't get to hospital. It's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. So there, I just felt I had to do this video because lots of people do not understand how bad it is. Now, I'm not a massive YouTuber at all. I'm only a small YouTuber with 14,000 people watching. And just that video before, all them people come up. And that's only a handful. There's loads and loads more of this happening. It's crazy. Vote these people out of that Senate. They're a fucking waste of time. For Christ's sake. Something needs to happen in Wales. So, I don't blame the doctors, I don't blame the nurses, I don't blame everybody who else works there. It's the management and the Welsh Assembly spaffing money up the wall in other areas it doesn't need it. So please subscribe down here where Gaza talks real stuff. He doesn't tell lies and you'll only hear the real facts from me. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe neither. Okay, ta-da.